accomplishments of Black inventors have long been overlooked by the media, leading to the perception that they were not as intelligent or talented. This is especially true in schools, where students are taught about the inventions of Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla, as well as those of Albert Einstein and Benjamin Franklin. Today, we are embarking on a journey to uncover a legacy that has been ignored for far too long, a series that uncovers the untold stories of 13 Black inventions that have had a profound impact on the world. These individuals, whose names have long been shrouded in mystery, have defied the forces of slavery, discrimination, and racism by pushing forward with their intelligence and resilience. In this episode of the series, we will be sharing their stories as well as the incredible inventions they have created that have changed our lives. Before we begin, we invite you to click the like button and subscribe to this channel so that you can watch all the videos in this series and stay informed of our captivating Black narrative. A home security system is number 2. Marie Van Brittan Brown felt particularly insecure remaining at home alone at night as a Black lady whose husband had irregular work hours during one of the most deadly periods in American history, the 1960s. Unfortunately, there was a lot of violence in their neighborhood, and Marie was worried about the police's tardiness in responding to calls. At 40 years old, Marie developed the first home security system in reaction to this. At first, their creation had TV screens, microphones, a mobile camera, and 4 tiny windows. The cameras were able to shift between windows. TV screens within Marie's house were linked to these cameras. Marie didn't need to be there in person or open the door to see who was at her door thanks to the TV screens. The mics were also crucial since they let Marie speak with the person outside without opening the door or facing them directly. The home security system developed by Marie Van Brittan Brown has greatly influenced modern security systems. Her creative notion opened the door to other advancements and enhancements in security systems that are still in use today. Third, folding mattress, 1885 stuff. Most well-known invention for optimal comfort was made by African-American inventor Sarah Goody. As the proprietor of a furniture store, her innovative folding bed served as the model for the contemporary Murphy bed. Seeing a commercial opportunity, she took a bold step. Sarah Good decided to help after learning about the issue of cramped apartments in Chicago. She created the first foldable, concealable bed akin to the modern Murphy bed. It resembled a cabinet that could be used as a desk and had areas designated for stationery. When the bed was folded, Sarah wanted it to be simple to lift and maintain its position. And when it was unfolded, she wanted to add more support in the center. One of the first African-American women to receive a patent for her folding bed invention was Sarah Good in 1885. Fourth, secure mailbox. Philip E. Downing received a patent on October 27, 1891, which permanently altered the mail system. The patent was for a street letterbox, which is essentially the kind of mailbox you can post a letter in at any time of day across the nation. American residents used the post office to send and receive mail in the early 1800s for their mailing needs. People would have to travel great distances to see their local post office, so a better, more practical option was required. Downing created the metal box with 4 legs that is the mailbox that we are all familiar with today. The necessity to visit the post office to mail a letter was eliminated by this technology. It had a hinge door that prevented inclement weather like rain and snow from destroying the mail, as well as a safety mechanism that kept the mail safe until postal workers collected it. The letterbox we use now was developed from the Downing letterbox patent. Fifth, blood banks. The number of hundreds of thousands of lives that Dr. Charles Drew, an African-American innovator, would have saved is impossible to calculate. Blood banks were created as a result of the revolutionary understanding of blood plasma brought about by this physician, researcher, and surgeon. Due to the high number of casualties during World War II, blood transfusions were greatly needed, but storing and delivering blood for extended periods of time presented difficulties. Drew realized this issue and concentrated his investigation to find a fix. He created a technique for keeping plasma, an essential component of blood, separate from whole blood in order to store and maintain it. As a result, plasma could be kept in storage for extended periods of time without losing its ability to save lives. In addition, he devised the concept of blood banking, which is the process of gathering, examining, and keeping blood in order to use it for transfusions when necessary. Drew's efforts changed everything, established the groundwork for the current blood banking system on which we rely. Refrigerated trucks are number 6. Refrigerated trucks are essential in today's world of logistics and transportation because they guarantee the timely and safe delivery of perishable commodities. Frederick McKinley Jones, an African-American inventor whose inventive spirit revolutionize the way we carry and maintain temperature-sensitive products, is the brilliant mind behind this groundbreaking creation. An industry businessman named Joseph A.A. Numero approached Jones in the late 1930s. Many required a way to carry perishable goods on lengthy journeys such as food and medication without them going bad. Numero acknowledged Jones's abilities and requested his assistance. Jones accepted the challenge and devised a brilliant solution. An add-on portable cooling system for already existing trucks. This allowed perishable items to be carried over vast distances while remaining fresh by converting regular trucks into refrigerated vehicles. Jones's creation had a big impact on the food, pharmaceutical, and healthcare industries, among other areas. It made it possible to ship perishable goods to distant markets, which facilitated international trade. Automatic elevator doors, or item no. 7, came into existence before the wooden tee was created at the turn of the 19th century, and was used to create golf tees. The golfer would create a raised mound from a box of wet sand provided by the course by either using his hands or a cone-shaped mold. Frustrated by this time-consuming and filthy procedure, Boston dentist Dr. George Grant created the first wooden golf tee in 1899. However, utilizing a wooden tee didn't become widespread until William Lowell, another dentist, created a ready tee in the early 1920s. Lawn sprinklers, position 8, by securing a patent for a first rotational head lawn sprinkler that sprayed water in 2 directions in 1897. African-American inventor Joseph H. Smith improved the lawn sprinkler. He was given a second patent in 1898 for alterations and enhancements to his initial concept to assure a generally uniform watering of the lawn. His idea did away with the need to drag a hose over it and move it sometimes. 9, a modern restroom. Your restroom breaks are as comfortable as ever because of Thomas Elkins. Although Elkins did not create the contemporary toilet in its entirety, his modifications to the chamber commode served as the basis for its design. His patented design included a bureau, mirror, book rack, washstand table, easy chair, and earth closet or chamber stool, among other conveniences. The toilet would undergo a number of changes over time before becoming the porcelain seat it is today. 10th, ringing mop. Thomas W. Stewart came up with an innovation in 1893 that would make cleaning less of a taxing task on the back. His creation, which offered a technique to maintain the slate stone or marble floors that were a characteristic of the mansions of the aristocracy and later the middle classes, served as inspiration for the ringing mop that we know today. Floor cleaning was made easier by his creation of a clamping device that used a lever to wring water out of the mop. Reversible stroller is a number 11 in the list. African-American inventor W.H. to maintain the slate stone or marble floors that were a characteristic of the mansions of the aristocracy and later the middle classes, served as inspiration for the ringing mop that we know today. Floor cleaning was made easier by his creation of a clamping device that used a lever to wring water out of the mop. Reversible stroller is a number 11 in the list. African-American inventor W.H. Richardson created the first reversible strollers and infant carriers, although William Kent created the first infant carriage in 1733 for the Duke of Devonshire. Their opulent style made it more difficult for common people to use them. On June 1889, Richardson invented a new kind of infant carriage that was more effective and reasonably priced. The wheels of the design had a lower turning radius and could turn 360 degrees. Additionally, the bassinet was made to face either outward or inward toward the parent. Parents continued to like his invention more than a century later. 12th, a biscuit cutter. By 1863, A.P. Ashbourne was employed as a caterer and well known in Pennsylvania. He provided catering for weddings and buffets for Philadelphia's wealthy elite, and he was chosen as one of just a few regional caterers for the city's 1863 Emancipation celebration. Ashbourne attended this occasion and observed that the biscuits had no actual form and were merely hand patted. He started a 10-year process to develop a tool, a spring-loaded biscuit cutter that would ensure a consistent size and shape. His revolutionary cutter featured a board for simple loading and unloading of biscuits. At the time, his creation improved the flour-based food product with convenience and precision. 13. Airplane propulsion. The world's first effective fixed propeller was created by the Wright brothers, but among many others, black inventors improved the mechanics to make it into what it is today. James Sloan Adams, an African-American inventor, received a patent in 1920 for a new and improved airplane propelling system that made the most of a spring-stored energy to move the aircraft forward. This completes the first installment of our series on the of 100 Black inventions that revolutionized society. Black people have consistently beaten the odds and made a lasting impression on our world, from home security systems to yard sprinklers. It is time to honor their numerous inventions that have altered our civilization and to celebrate their victories. We shall discuss even more daring creations, groundbreaking discoveries, and scientific and technological wonders made by Black inventors in the following installment of this series. As usual, remember to use the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share buttons to help more people learn the truth about Black people and hear their own stories as well. I appreciate you watching my video piece.